Hi and Merry Christmas, everybody. This is my Bush to Noel this year. This is my design for 2018. And I have a video for you that shows you how to make all these little beautiful buttercream decorations. And my recipe remains the same. It's a chocolate sponge roll, and it's got a little bit of cinnamon in it, and mocha filling and chocolate buttercream on the outside. So let's get started. I'm going to show you the whole recipe from start to finish. You will need cake flour for this chocolate sponge cake recipe. If you don't have cake flour in the house, you can make your own cake flour like I did by replacing 2 tablespoons of regular all-purpose flour with 2 tablespoons of cornstarch per cup. Use a 13 by 9 inch sheet pan or close to that measurement. Grease the pan with shortening. Line the bottom with waxed or parchment paper. Grease the paper and dust with cocoa. You will need 4 eggs, 5 tablespoons of cake flour, 1/3 cup of cocoa, 1/8 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 3/4 cups of sugar divided into 1/2 and 1/4 cups, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Separate the yolks from the whites, being careful not to get any of the yolk into the white. Place the whites into a clean bowl with a whisk attachment. Start it at medium and whisk until frothy. Add a 1/2 cup of sugar and beat until stiff peaks form and it's shiny, but not dry. While the egg whites are beating, mix together the flour, the spices, and the cocoa. When the egg whites are finished, put them into a large bowl. No need to clean the bowl for the next step. Put the egg whites into the bowl and set it to medium while adding the 1/4 cup sugar. Beat until the mixture is light in color and forms ribbons on itself. Now fold the egg whites and the vanilla and a small amount of the dry ingredients gently together. Continue adding the dry in small amounts until all the ingredients are incorporated. This could take a while. Just be patient and be gentle with it, and eventually it will come together. Now scrape this into the pan and gently spread it as evenly as you can without overworking it. Bake your sponge cake at 325 for 15 minutes. While your cake is baking, prepare a tea towel with sifted cocoa. When the cake comes out, flip it onto the tea towel. Remove the wax paper carefully and then roll it up to cool completely. Once cooled, you can unroll and fill your sponge cake with a thin layer of either buttercream, whipped cream, or chocolate mousse, or any kind of mousse. Roll it back up, releasing it from the towel. At this stage, you can enjoy it as it is or decorate it like I do in the next part of the video. Make all of your buttercream decorations and freeze them ahead of time. Begin with the mushroom caps. I used a red and a little black to get this color. I also used a number 12 Wilton round tip. You can use whatever size you want depending on how big you want your mushrooms. Simply squeeze the bag and let the buttercream build up, and then start to pull up and release as you turn the nails slightly. I made 6 of these mushrooms. For the fan mushrooms on the log, use a number 104 petal tip. Fill your bag with white and a little brown. With the wide end on the nail, squeeze and move the thinned end of the tip in a clockwise motion. If you're left-handed, you would go counterclockwise. It's basically a little ruffle, but with an arch. For the stem of the toadstool, pipe shapes that are similar to a cone. Flatten it a little bit on top, much like the mushroom caps. These are basically just little platforms to put the top of the mushroom cap on. Pop the mushroom caps onto the stems and then freeze them. For the pine cones, first make the cones as you did with the mushroom caps and stems. Freeze them and then pipe tiny scales using either a small petal tip or a mum tip number 81. I do have a couple of pine cone tutorials, so I will link to those for you in the comment box. Enjoy the rest of the video as I put all the pieces together, and at the end you'll see me slicing the cake so you can see what the inside of this really beautiful cake looks like. Have a Merry Christmas, and thanks for watching. Leave me a comment, and please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and click the little notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video, which is every single week now. And I usually do a bonus video too, so 1 to 2 videos every week. So I'll see you soon.